Hey guys, I know I've been gone for a few weeks, probably about a month actually, but as I said before, I'm not going to do videos on things that don't interest me, and nothing on Raw SmackDown has interested me enough to make a video about it. And I'm not about to waste my time. I'm not about to put on a shirt, do my hair, and all that shit just to do a video. Especially when I only have 2 off days a week and I'm working 9 to 12 shift hours. Like, no, I'm not about to do that. And I'm not about to hop on the I Love Becky bandwagon either because everyone else is. No, I still don't like Becky. The only one I like at all right now, for real, is Charlotte and Sonya Mandy and Naomi. Those are the only ones that, like, I'm really into right now. And the men. This is the first time that I'm into the men more than the women. And the man that I was into just got injured in Mustafa. So, you know, with Kofi's performance this past SmackDown, I got into him more. But yeah, but I've mainly been working. I've mainly been at my job, and I've been doing CDs. I learned how to make CDs. I've made 10, so that's what I've been doing for the most part. I'm not about to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to I'm not about to waste my time on stuff that I'm not interested in. Just know. And all this Becky, Ronda, Charlotte talk, I'm just going to say this. The fact that Charlotte is the most talked about person when it comes to the whole Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda shit, despite the fact that so-called no one wants her in the match and she doesn't deserve to be there, despite the fact that it's like she's the most talked about person in the fucking storyline. Whether it's why she deserves to be there, why she doesn't deserve to be there, whether it's shoehorn Charlotte, whether it's taking away Becky's moment, we're not talking about Becky or Ronda that much. We're not talking about Becky or Ronda unless it's Raw or SmackDown. There are think pieces on Charlotte every fucking day. Every fucking day there are think pieces on Charlotte. She reminds me of a 2015 Nikki, where no matter what the fuck she did, people were always talking. People always had her name in their mouth or in their columns. But then they wondered why she was always pushed. Like, what? That's stupid to me. But also, I will be reviewing this episode of Total Divas because I saw a few clips and I was pissed the fuck off. And no, I will most likely not be on Bree's side. So if you are a Bree fan, you might not want to watch that video. It's not going to be a long video. It's probably going to be like 10 minutes, 15 at most. But I will be reviewing that episode. I will do Elimination Chamber. I will do a review of that. For me personally, I don't care about the women. I don't care about the women tag titles right now. And it's because, like I predicted, unless you have the right people in that match to build it up as the first women tag champions, not a lot of people outside of Smarks that want to shoehorn Becky, that want to shoehorn the Four Horsewomen in every goddamn thing that they don't deserve, not a lot of people are going to care. And not a lot of people care. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Smart sites. No one fucking cares about the damn tag titles besides Becky and Bayley fans. I mean, besides Becky and Sasha fans, who the only reason why they even want them to have the titles is because of how they were booked last year. Or because they want the Four Horsewomen to have a WrestleMania moment. And it's like, so you don't want the women's tag titles to be established. You don't want a team that can establish themselves with those titles. You don't want a team that can help build those titles. You want two people that were booked fucking horribly to win it just so you can have a fucking Four Horsewomen moment. Like we haven't had 10,000 of those since fucking NXT. Bullshit. So, because of that, I'm not into the women's tag titles right now. Like I said, I'm not holding my tongue this year. I'm not into it. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna hope that it's a great match and all that. But like I said before, in my opinion, I said my opinion multiple times. That's not gonna change, and I'm not gonna repeat it. Also, actually, I'll talk about that a little later. But yeah. I hope the match goes well. Congrats to whoever the hell the winners are. And that's just how I feel about it. And I wish I could be more excited. I wish I didn't feel this way. But I'm not about to fake care and fake be happy when I know that this was bullshit. And I know that the only reason why WWE most likely didn't do the fucking Bellas was because smart fans were gonna fucking outrage. Like, that's something new. You could have easily still did the Bellas, but whatever. I only have 7 comments here. But this is about Sasha. Someone said her wrestling style gets her hurt. This is about the injury prone thing. And Sasha fans denying that she's injury prone because she is. Is it an opinion? Sure, but an unwarranted or unearned one? Nah, man. Look, she wrestled like Daniel Bryan used to, with no thought to personal safety. So please, if you like Sasha, get as much of her wrestling as you can, because eventually she'll be forced to retire. I think the universe used all its energy getting Daniel back in the ring, so don't count on Sasha pulling a comeback. And I don't ever wish injury on no one, ever. But I do understand where that person's coming from. Sasha Banks wrestles really fucking dangerously. She is like the most dangerous wrestler of the Four Horsewomen, and not in a good way. There's a safe way to wrestle, like you're throwing your body on the line like a Shawn Michaels. And then there's a Sasha Banks Daniel Bryan way, where because they're so passionate, they want to put it all on the line. But then when they get injured and they go into a depression, they wonder why. And it's like, well, you took I don't know how many fucking headbutts to the floor. You took I don't know how many fucking suicide dives where you went to your neck. Like, that Lita suicide dive on the night that her and Trish main evented Raw still scares me to this day. Still fucking scares me. Nikki having anyone touch her neck still fucking scares me. But the thing with Lita and Stone Cold and Nikki is that after their injuries, they were able to still wrestle the style that, helped get them over, but they were able to add other elements that made it more safe. Like, for example, someone said that the Bellas wouldn't be in the match because of Nikki's neck. And I'm like, I think you seem to forget that Nikki had a Falls Count Anywhere match and a no DQ match, and she had a motherfucking and in the Royal Rumble, Asuka got her over the rope by her fucking neck with her feet / calves and shit. So Nikki is willing to take risk, but those risks that she takes, she knows she can take, and she knows she's not going overboard. Sasha Banks does not know when to not go overboard, and that is going to hurt her. That's going to hurt her. And not trying to be funny, I'm going to put the blame on her fans, because her fans do not want to admit that she's injury prone. There's nothing wrong with that. But stop lying to her and telling her go balls out, but then be surprised when she has a concussion, be surprised when her pushes get stopped, and be surprised when, you know what I'm saying, when she has memory loss. And guess what? She's had all of those all fucking ready. Don't be surprised when that happens, because y'all are so into her going balls out. Well, don't be surprised when she's not used. Don't be surprised when, she's not given the big singles push. Don't be surprised when, she's not, the main girl. If she can't be safe, she's not going to be the main girl. Like, as much as I hate Becky's wrestling style, she, in my opinion, is someone that well, as much as not Becky, Charlotte. Charlotte is a great wrestler. She's not the best, but she is really great. Charlotte takes risks like nobody's fucking business. She is a stipulation fucking master. Her bumps in stipulation matches make me feel like she's gonna fucking die. But she does it in such a safe way that she's not injuring herself. Charlotte and Sasha need to get together, and Charlotte needs to teach her some shit. Because I don't want Sasha to have to retire at fucking 30 because she's listening to her fans that don't give a damn about her safety and just want to see her kill herself. Sorry. That's my opinion on that. This is about a video that came out that said China wanted to apologize to WWE. Now, me personally, I love China. Definitely think she's in the Hall of Fame. Definitely think she will be in the Hall of Fame. I feel like there are things backstage that we don't know. I feel like there are things that happened that we do not know. And there are things other than the reason that Triple H gives publicly as to why China isn't back there. One being that she said X-Pac tried to rape her. So, and I also feel like a lot of the blame needs to be put more on her management than on WWE. Because if people seem to forget this, they have this I hate WWE shit. But people seem to forget that WWE tried to help China when she was going through her drugs and shit like that. They tried to help her multiple fucking times. And it was her management that would not let her get the help that she truly needed. Her management was the ones that was using her and using her name as a superstar to get money out of her and all this shit. China did not want to do that shit. You could tell she did it. She was being forced into that shit almost. So when I hear shit like this from her management, I'm like, but y'all could have gave her the help that the WWE was offering. Y'all chose not to, and then when she dies, you're looking like, oh, that's your fault. I put that on her management. I feel like WWE, yes, they could have helped more while she was in the company, but once she left, they gave her 2 offerings. Her company wouldn't let her take it. Whatever happened, and now now her management wants her to be given everything. Like, sorry, as much as China deserves it, what y'all did damaged that relationship in a way. What y'all did damaged that relationship. Because in my opinion, Stephanie and Triple H aren't not trying to be funny. They aren't trying to. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there. But in my opinion, China and WWE could have resolved their relationship if not for her management being fame hungry and money hungry. That's always been my opinion. All 3 of them deserve their faults, but the ultimate fault goes with her management for not caring about her actual well-being and not caring that she wanted to be back in WWE and they wanted to make this fucking conflict. That's where that fault lies in. They all have their faults, but they're the main fault to me. Because y'all could have easily helped her patch up her shit with WWE, but you didn't. And now you just want them to bend over backwards. Like, no. I understand WWE. It's a business. Just because we know some things publicly does mean we know everything backstage. And that goes for everything. Politics, rumors, all that shit. But this is what someone said. Someone said, yes, China does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, and that's coming from someone who wasn't ever really that big of a fan of hers. Alas, maybe if they scale back a bit and stop trying to force it to take place, it might happen. Excuse me. Did anyone else lobby for themselves to be entered into the Hall of Fame like China did before she passed, and how other people have been doing her have been doing on her behalf afterwards. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I don't recall reading about Stone Cold pushing to get himself inducted into the Hall of Fame, or sensational Sherry's nearest and dearest coming out to try and force WWE to induct her. I do understand that it's a different circumstances with the whole China, Triple H, and Stephanie and Vince issues, but can it not just be left to happen of its own accord? I get it. Many people want to see her inducted into the Hall of Fame, and there's little doubt that she accomplished plenty within her WWE career that would validate her being inducted. Maybe I'm in the minority here, but these appeals and such by her mother and people who knew her or were close to her are coming across as extremely desperate to me. And as much as this may sound harsh, I agree. And like I said, I love China. She deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. But in my opinion, WWE knows shit that not even the management or her family knew that was going on. And it's way more than just, oh, Triple H and Stephanie being petty. It's way more than, oh, they just don't want China in the Hall of Fame. They want her in the Hall of Fame. There's shit that went on backstage that we do not know. And in my opinion, like I said, I agree. Stop forcing yourselves onto the WWE. Stop it. Especially when, not trying to be funny, you could have helped China get off them drugs. You could have helped China, you know what I'm saying, get herself together, but you didn't. You sat back and you watched her self-destruct. You could have helped her patch up her relationship with the WWE when you knew that's what she wanted, when you knew that's what WWE wanted, but you chose not to. So don't be surprised when they aren't inducting her right away. Like I said, I think she deserves to be in. I think she should be in, but I understand why she's not in right now, and I'm not going to judge WWE for it, especially since, in my opinion, her management fucked up more than anyone else. And the people around her that let her do that shit and let her management do that shit is more fucked up than WWE or China in the situation. But rest in peace, ninth wonder of the world. This was about the intergender match that Nia and Dean was scheduled to do before it got canceled because not Smarks, but because the venue didn't like it, but also because of Smark outrage. Like, I think Smark seems to forget that Dean is not sexist. Dean doesn't think that losing to a girl or even fighting a girl is horrible and will ruin his career. That's y'all motherfuckers that have that dumbass mentality. Dean's not like that. But someone said love the so-called women's wrestling fans supporting a woman making moves in this business. Go Nia, make them even more miserable than they are. That was on Diva Dirt, a place that is supposed to be a women's wrestling fan site, basically being sexist as fuck. But like I said before, that site has been sexist. It's always been sexist. The only people I like on that site for real was Jake. And I follow Jake on Twitter. He was the only one I liked on Diva Dirt. Everyone else, in my opinion, was very sexist. They were very judgmental. They were very rude. They were, in my opinion, everything that wrestling fans shouldn't be. They were the epitome of smarks, only they tried to hide it. Oh, this is the current Hall of Fame. These are the current females in the Hall of Fame. I love doing these type of things because it like gives you a perspective. Women's wrestling fans, y'all know I always shout her out on Instagram. The 11 current Hall of Famers in the current Hall of Famers. They earned their way in and deserve it. Mae Young is one of the pioneers of women's wrestling and became the oldest professional wrestler to compete in WWE. Fabulous Moolah won the world women's title and brought the women's division to WWE. She held the title for 28 years. That reign made her the longest reigning champion in the history of wrestling. Though we all know why that was. So, Fabulous Moolah. Girl, bye. But I understood where she was coming from, though, where she's explaining why they were put to be in the Hall of Fame at that time. So I understood why, but since we know now why all that shit happened and what the fuck happened and who Moolah really was, fuck Moolah. But yeah, that reign. Oh, then Wendy Richter burst into the scene. Wendy Richter would win 5 women's titles in her career. She ended Moolah's 28-year reign. She competed in the first women's match at WrestleMania 1, and she became a key member in the Rockin' Wrestling Connection. She was the first woman to bring mainstream attention to the WWE in the 80s. Sensational Sherri made her mark where she won the women's title. She then would become known as the greatest female manager in WWE history, which she is. In the 90s, Alundra Blaze made her mark. She competed in WWE, WCW, etc., and won titles everywhere. She became a 3-time women's champion and the first woman to win the Cruiserweight title in WCW. And became the first woman to win the PWI Rookie of the Year award. When she dumped to WCW, she was fired the first shot of the Monday Night War. Later, Sunny would be a leader in the Attitude Era. Sunny would become the original diva. She's known as one of the greatest ballets of all time. And in 1996, she became the most downloaded female in the world. Jacqueline and Ivory would make their marks as wrestlers during the Attitude Era. Jacqueline would become the first African American women's champion, and Ivory was the first Glow women's champion. Trish and Lita would then pioneer the Golden Era. The two would be the first women's main event. Lita would retire a 4-time women's champion, while Trish retired the record-breaking 7-time champion. Then, after Trish and Lita left, Beth Phoenix became one of the women to keep the division strong afterwards. She retired a 4-time women's champion. So, all those women, wow, that is insane. But yeah, it's amazing to me, the women we have in the Hall of Fame. It's amazing. So this is about Total Divas. This is about Square Circle Sirens, and Square Circle Sirens is one of the only wrestling sites on the internet that has credible sources. They are almost never wrong, so I trust them. That's why I'm using their info. They said that Lana won't be returning next season, which is true. She confirmed that herself. Sonya will be on the season, and Sonya confirmed that on the AfterBuzz for SmackDown, this past SmackDown. And Ronda Rousey is said to be on the season. I'm not 100% positive about Ronda Rousey, but I trust them, so I'm gonna say it's a good 50% chance. So, yeah, I'm cool with that. I mean, Ronda is kind of but the other two, I'm cool. The women tag team titles will appear on both Raw and SmackDown, not every week. Figured as much. Ronda Rousey will join Sonya Deville as a new member on the next season of Total Divas. Like I said, I could believe that and I could also not believe it. Sonya and Lana both confirmed that Lana is leaving and Sonya's coming in. And Ronda Rousey's probably going to keep her shit under wraps until the season starts filming and shit. And she'll be like, yes, I'm on Total Divas, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. The Bellas and Paige Pro Wrestling Sheet, who is another site that, even though I cannot stand Ryan sometimes, the Bellas and Paige will be leaving the cast. Nikki will continue to executive produce Total Divas, and she and Brie will continue to star in Total Bellas. Which is true. The Bellas confirmed that themselves. Let me see if I could get the link here. Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. It's okay. But basically, the Bellas said that there's kind of a disconnect with Total Divas because they're not on the road like that wrestling anymore, and they don't want to take up two spots that could easily be given to two girls that are on the road that can show, that life. So that's why Sonya's coming in, and that's why Ronda may be coming in. But Nikki still executive produces the show. They're going to star on Total Bellas, and when they said that it was exhausting. You know what I'm saying? Doing both shows, especially when you're not on the road in one show. And one show is based on the wrestling lifestyle, whereas their show is based off of everything that they do, including wrestling. So why have two shows where we could show where, we can already give, the inside look to our lives, and the other show could be the inside look to their lives. So understood that. They also said that it was exhausting filming both shows when you weren't really on the road. Brie, though I feel like this is an excuse, doesn't want Birdie to feel like filming is a normal thing. And they just said, we just want to focus on our businesses right now. We want to focus on us right now. And we could easily give our journey back to the ring on Total Bellas as well. So, hey. And like I said, Nikki still executive produces Total Divas, so she's still a part of that show. She's just more behind the scenes. But I'm cool with that. I mean, in my opinion, the Bellas made their mark on Total Divas. They're still making their mark because Nikki is still a part of it. She's the executive producer of the show, as well as Total Bellas. So, I'm cool with it. I'm fine with it. I'm excited to see Sonya. Depending on what Ronda has going on, I'm okay with her. But, yeah, that's all I got for right now. I will be doing a quick review of, Elimination Chamber. I work that day, so, y'all know me. You know how I like to get down. I'm going to watch the, pay-per-view when I go home. And then whatever I missed, I'm going to rewatch on the network. That's how I do it now. So yeah. And then I will be doing a review of Total Bellas as well. So that's all I got for you guys. I will be starting women's match reviews hopefully really soon. I know I said that before, but I've been so busy and my hours are so long that whenever I do get a day off, I just want to chill out and watch my music documentaries. Like, I don't want to do a video, none of that. But I do want to start being more active on my channel. So I will be hopefully starting women's match reviews fairly soon. But that's all I got for you guys for right now. I'm about to drink my coffee and eat my